Wolfman 88.
This is Samurai Usagi. Great, beautiful art all over the box. I think they did a great job of everything on it. It looks like a piece of art almost. Now the art on the back is the same as you'll find in the insert of the box. You can use to display your figure. There's beautiful figure art inside the flap of the box, and the figure looks beautiful inside its packaging. Now let's move on to the actual figure. We're gonna pop him out and let's check him out. So the movements on his body are nice and smooth. Can even turn his helmet around. Of course, that's because you could take it off, but we'll get to that later. This is what he looks like if you want to put him like he's blinded. You got the typical joints, typical ball joint in the shoulder. Now this ball joint is limited on its movement even more than normal due to the fact the shoulder pads on him, typical double jointed elbows that they have nowadays, makes a nice great bend. All the joints seem to work just fine, even in the wrist, in the hands. Now, we'll get to the hands later. There is a little bit of movement in his waist, but it doesn't really mean anything. I don't want to over-excessively do the splits. Due to the fact that I'm worried about the padding around his legs, may lose the ability to keep its shape down. Next, we're going to look at the legs. The knees are double jointed, again, to get better performance of bending. It looks a little funny because the padding is now no longer covering up his knees, but overall it still looks good. His foot is on a ball joint. All the joints overall look pretty smooth movement despite this padding blocking full movement. If anything was stiff like one of his feet, then it would loosen up pretty quickly with no problems. Okay, now we're going to try to see about getting his helmet off and his ears on. Now the ears for him laying straight down were really hard, and I couldn't get it to fit on him. The alternate head too, but eventually I was able to pop it in after taking off the ears that came with the alternate head. His hands are in fists where you can't put any weapons in it for his default hands. Switching out the hands are really easy to do. Get some of his weapons in. Now the weapons look nice in his hands. I stopped putting them in the weapons in his hands after the two main weapons were put in there due to the fact that both of them rubbed off on the hands. I don't know if it's the quality of the paint or how tight his hands are, but the paint apparently rubs right off onto his hands. Now this is a kind of an annoying factor due to the fact that Usagi is naturally white, so any paint that gets on the white will show, so be careful with that, including moving his helmet on his head, because that blue paint will come off onto his head. His open hands look nice. That facial expression, it kind of looks like he's surprised or disgusted, like what the hell. His companion looks very faithful in this particular figure. He looks like he's looking up or waiting for his master. Overall, I do think the figure looks really nice. Do you necessarily need him over any other Usagi? That's up to you. I think he does look cool in his samurai outfit. I would say if you needed to get more than one, I'd say this one and the original would be fine. But is it completely necessary? Again, that's up to you. Overall, the paint job looked beautiful before I did anything with it. The figure looks nice. The accessories look nice. I do think it's a pretty cool figure overall. Thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's really appreciated. And keep an eye out for the rest of our Haulathon videos. Thank you, and we'll see you again later. Keep it gnarly. Bye.
All for one, and one for all. Here's Usagi with other Usagis. And there's Space Adventures Usagi with this little robot one. There's the regular. And there's the black and white. Look at that face. And all those little pals down there too. There they all together. Looking cool. Shame the year of the rabbit is over. We must fight, my friend. We totally shall, dude. To be continued.